Welcome back, everyone, to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I'm Kendall, and I'm personally inviting you to the 2026 Wellness Center Creators Retreat, a 4-day immersion into restoration, strategy, and next-level growth happening September 22nd through 25th in beautiful Vancouver, Washington. Here's the real magic. You won't just learn, you'll experience. Transformational tools alongside other wellness leaders who get it. Community, clarity, and collaboration all in one place. Pick a track that meets you where you are, whether you're just blooming or ready to grow big and bold, and walk away with actionable systems, strategic coaching, movement sessions, spa experiences, and a game plan for the year ahead. Payment plans are available, and trust me, this is the kind of investment that pays you back tenfold. Head to wellnesscentercreators.com/retreats for all the details, and let's make 2026 the year you lead with clarity, ease, and exponential impact. Before we get into today's episode, I'd like to take a moment to chat about our sponsor, Jane, a clinic management software and EMR. Your evenings and weekends should be spent with loved ones, not chasing down your patients and clients for payment. That's why Jane has designed a secure payment solution that helps reduce the amount of time you spend manually following up with patients. Clients can save their credit card details and insurance policy information securely through your intake form, which can then be conveniently processed after your time together. And if they've got an outstanding balance, you can send a payment request via email or SMS that allows your patients to pay off their balance online from the comfort of their homes. To see how Jane can help you reclaim your after-work hours, head to jane.app to book a personalized demo. Or if you're ready to get started, you can use the code WELLNESS1MO at the time of sign-up for a 1-month grace period applied to your new account. Hi there, and welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I'm Kendall Hagenson.
And I'm Anna Rudell. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey of creating innovative, patient-centered wellness centers.
As experienced health and wellness providers, we've seen firsthand the challenges of delivering comprehensive, holistic care to our patients.
That's why we created this podcast, to share the knowledge, strategies, and insights we've gained from our own experiences and from connecting with experts in the field.
Each episode, we'll dive into a different aspect of building and growing a successful wellness center, from developing a strong multidisciplinary team to implementing cutting-edge technologies and treatment approaches.
We'll also share practical tips, resources, and real-world examples to help you overcome common obstacles and streamline your processes.
Our goal is to empower you with the tools and confidence you need to create a thriving wellness center that truly makes a difference in your patients' lives.
So whether you're just starting out or looking to take your existing practice to the next level, you're in the right place.
Get ready to learn, grow, and be inspired. Let's create something amazing together.
Welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.
Hello, creators. Welcome to our Thriving Wellness Center series. I'm Kendall Hagenson, multidisciplinary clinic owner and founder of Wellness Center Creators. In this free webinar series, you will learn from our expert panel on all categories of your wellness center business. Each facilitator in the series is one of our successful healthcare business owners who will be presenting at our Wellness Center Creators Retreat this September. They'll be giving you important insights and highlights from each of their topics. You'll be hearing from me throughout the retreat in September. I look forward to sharing our keynote with you and spending some time looking at how to create a truly collaborative healthcare business, looking at each layer of your structure, systems, team, and culture, and why a collaborative business model is more sustainable, more profitable, and more fun. Enjoy the Thriving Wellness Center series and reach out to me anytime at kendall@wellnesscentercreators.com. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our Thriving Wellness Center series. We have Anna today, who many of you know and love from all sorts of things. She's a Wellness Center Creators coach, retreat facilitator, She's my podcast co-host on the WCC podcast. And of course, she's an acupuncturist and very successful clinic owner herself. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Kendall. Thanks for having me on this one.
Yes. So Anna's the queen of systems.
Love
Truly.
a system.
She loves a system. And she's going to be teaching about this at the retreat in September. So we wanted to talk a little bit about systems today and give some tips and tricks.
Yeah. Super excited.
Great. So my first question for you is, why do so many wellness business owners feel overwhelmed by systems, even when we are very highly capable clinicians? Because I include myself in this of feeling overwhelmed by systems.
Yes. And sometimes I do too, to be fair. But I think it's not because, I'm going to start with a double negative here. It's not because we're disorganized. It's not because we're incapable. I think many business owners feel that overwhelm because the traditional systems advice isn't built for the kind of work that we do. As wellness clinic owners, the business isn't just about optimizing tasks and optimizing logistics. The business, what we do is so much about emotional presence. It's about trust. It's about attunement. And there's a lot of invisible labor that goes not only into our practice of caring for patients, but into the practice of working with our employees. And so when people hear systems, they think of sort of rigid structures, corporate tools, lot less humanity, and that creates the resistance. But systems, they're not supposed to replace the care and the humanity and the connection that we have for our business and for our employees. Actually, they're meant to protect it. When I think of a system, I think of it's just something, it's a decision that I don't have to make.
Yeah.
And so for care-based leaders as we are, it's just a reduction in decision fatigue. It's reduction in having to think through yet another thing. And so when business owners feel that overwhelm, it's not failure, it's that we need to redesign or design a system that works for them, and it's not for a machine. It's for a group of incredibly caring individuals.
It's so true. We need a different set of systems. We need a different approach. Yeah.
We do. We're not trying to optimize machinery.
No, thank goodness. So you talk about humane systems. What does that mean? What does that actually look like in a wellness business?
Okay. And we see this a lot. I'm sure you see this a lot as a coach. We tend to design systems for our very best day when we've woken up with tons of energy and we've eaten the right foods and we're not completely overwhelmed and we're feeling fantastic and able to take control. A humane system is one that works in real life. It's not just on your very best day, because what people don't always take into account as they're building systems is that they have to be repeatable, they have to be simple, and they have to be forgiving. They're not just, a system isn't something that's just perfect every time, because you have to repeat it, and that takes energy. Like, there is a toll to creating a system. The payoff is you don't have to make the decision again. It's going to release you of some of the burden of decision fatigue. And you have to enforce that system. So it has to be simple, has to be repeatable, and it has to be forgiving. So one of the things we try and keep in mind is it has a clear beginning, a good enough ending, and it reduces unnecessary decision making.
Yeah. And I love what you said. Like, they're really, the best structures, honestly, are the ones that have room for flexibility in them, right? That it's built in. And I love what you're saying about, yes, there are protocols, there are rules in the system, and it still has to be a little bit malleable, because we're human beings and we're working in a business that involves relationships on every level.
And we have to be able to maneuver within it. I'll tell you a little story of
Yeah.
me and the HR system. So this is very, very recent in the life of me. I had created a system that I thought was the best thing in the world. I loathed numbers. I loathed doing payroll. And so I had bought on a virtual company that have been doing not only some reception work, but they've also been doing the payroll. And it's been wonderful because it's been taking the pressure off me. However, when I go to the office in person, everybody thinks that I'm fair game. Like they can just
Sure.
immediately I walk in, it is questions and thoughts and worries and concerns. And for some reason, unbeknownst to me, ADP decided to switch a button at the beginning of this year and change the way taxes were withheld from my employees' checks. Now, in
Oh,
20 odd, yes, yes. So
and
I can
without telling you.
with no
Yeah,
communication whatsoever.
of course.
So suddenly everybody's atting me and coming at me, why, what's going on, this, that, and the other. And I thought that I designed the system, so I might go talk to ADP.
Mhm.
This is we moved to this platform so that you had full access to your payroll
Yes.
administrator, and then I also have my payroll inputter, so taking me out of the equation. Anyway, this happened again on the next payroll.
No.
I cannot. Awful, absolutely horrific. So once again, everybody's turning their ire towards me and assuming that I've done something nefarious
And
and
intentionally, right?
and unintentional. And I had absolutely zero idea of what was going on. And so we had this situation where I had extremely angry and now distrustful employees. And I had no idea at this point what could possibly have gone wrong. And I'm looking like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
And what I have failed to design into the system was, okay, ADP are the platform. We have Zenres doing the payroll. If you have a payroll question, you then contact Zenres, not
Right.
me.
Right.
And I had forgotten that very last step in the process. So then the next payroll comes by. We reroute everybody to Zenres, and the next payroll happens, and lo and behold, the same problem's happening, and we think we've resolved it every time. But this time, Kendall, I don't hear about it. I don't hear about it until 5:30 on payroll day evening
Yeah.
when Zenres reaches out and says, "Hey, I've had your entire company at me all day. I have a meeting with them on Monday. It's going to be resolved. This is the problem." But
Mm-hmm.
it was a huge learning for me that when you do create these systems, they have to be able to adapt, and you also have to be able to see where the break might be and then correct it. And then
Yeah.
it works. It works amazingly.
It's the same on as how we treat patients, right? We have to
Yeah.
find the root cause issue, or it's just
Mhm.
we're just spinning our wheels. So it's a
Yeah.
great example. And we think, oh, we're finally out of the equation on this task. And nope.
No, no.
So all the clinic owners, wellness center owners watching, they're building structure in their business. They're trying to build structure. They're trying to build systems. What are the biggest mistakes that you're seeing?
Okay. The assumption, I think, as a business owner is that we have to carry everything personally. And I can go back to that ADP story, right? I'm crying after the third payroll or the second payroll. I don't know what is going on. I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it on personally as opposed to looking at the system and going, okay, where have things gone wrong here?
Yeah.
So, you know, most of us, in fact, I would go so far as to say almost all of us, become business owners because we're good at caring. And so we bring that same instinct into our leadership and we stay far too accessible. We absorb the emotional weight that really
Mhm.
isn't ours to absorb.
Yeah.
Um, we avoid stepping into leadership and or authority because we don't want to disrupt relationships.
Yeah.
And we try and solve everything ourselves. And sometimes we're just not good at everything.
I would say most of the time we're not good at everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think the other mistake is that we try and fix everything all at once.
Yes.
We don't need to create more systems for the systems.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's so important. And it's that being able to prioritize in the moment when everything feels like we need a system we need to fix all the systems. It's prioritizing, like, what is the most impactful thing to your company right now? Is it that you need to hire a couple of the
Mhm.
right people, which will allow you space to then build the next system? Is it that you need, to really focus your energy in one avenue of marketing, get some more people in the door? Like, it's okay to do one thing at a time, too.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we don't have to suddenly perfect everything and start firefighting everything, because that's just going to scatter our energy.
Yeah. And so you talk about really focus being more powerful than sometimes even optimizing
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
moment when we're building sustainable growth. So can you talk a bit more about that?
Yeah. So I think, our instinct is to realize, okay, we're on a back foot here. We're kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe we're feeling like we're sinking a little bit. So I'm going to fix everything. I'm going to fix everything all at once. I'm going to fix the scheduling. I'm going to fix the marketing, finances, the team communication. I'm going to write manuals. We're going to sort it all out, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And what that does is really set the cat among the pigeons, as we say. So it's going to create way
I think
more
that's as you
complexity.
say. I've never heard that one.
Just imagine the cat among the pigeons. Everything's
Oh,
scattered. The
cat
cat.
among the pigeons. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. So as I said earlier, right, every system has a cost. It requires attention, it requires maintenance, and it requires emotional energy. So you can't optimize everything everywhere all at once. So one of the questions you might ask yourself is, if one of my systems could improve by 20%, which one would change my life the most?
Yeah.
Because if you can imagine even a 20% improvement in one system, imagine a 20% improvement on your scheduling
Hmm.
system. That
Or
would
patient
increase.
communication
Yes.
or onboarding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so once you get that focus, you're creating momentum versus just creating fatigue.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's about stabilization.
Yeah. Yep. And sustainable growth. I think both of us would agree with that over time in our businesses. Those moments where we allow ourselves to slow down and do things sustainably. And sometimes the pace around us is, especially like in alternative medicine, I feel like the pace of alternative medicine and the pace of alternative medicine providers is often in direct tension with the pace of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can feel that pressure as business owners to like go bigger and go faster and do all these things. But I think
Mm-hmm.
we are a testament to, sustainable, organic, slower growth can be really powerful.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I agree.
So the last thing we want to talk about is this idea of setting boundaries
Mm.
as leaders and in
Mm.
a care business. And how does that make our care stronger? I think as clinicians, everyone can understand like how boundaries and ethics and all these things make the care stronger. How do we translate that to business leadership?
This is a practice, isn't it? This one,
Mm.
and I
Yeah.
feel like you MFTs are probably much better at it than the rest of us. But I think one of the mistakes I make, and I see others make as well, is that because we're from a caring background, we conflate accessibility with support.
Yeah.
And so we think the more accessible we are, the
Hmm.
more supportive we're being.
Yeah.
And what that leads is burnout. That leads straight to burnout. And I think understanding that for us as leaders and as part of a leadership team, boundaries are for care. right? They aren't withholding care. So along with that comes the ability to set expectations. If you're setting an expectation, then you're not allowing resentment to build because you've been quite clear about what you are able to do. If you are able to answer questions about payroll or not, and that can hopefully mean that resentment doesn't build. But most importantly, I think it preserves the nervous system of the leader.
Yeah.
You're not fresh meat as you walk in the clinic.
Well, sure. And I mean, for all the parents in the room, it's the same idea. It's like it creates more safety, more predictability. Anne and I talk a lot about being clear in our roles, being clear in what we're asking, clear in what we're expecting from our team members. And it is so much easier said than done. This one's really, really difficult to do as helping and healing professionals.
Exactly. But I also think it takes you have to step back and do that introspective piece and talk it through and work it through. Like, really, what am I putting myself on the hook for in this position? Am I really asking myself to be available to my employees to answer questions about XYZ when this is not my roundhouse? I'm not. So I'm going to be resentful. I'm going to be exhausted. I'm not going to be able to do this job for any length of time if I keep putting myself in that position, let alone the employees.
Yeah. That's a really big one. Very, very important. So Anna, you're going to be facilitating at the Wellness Center Creators Retreat in September this year in 2026. So do you want to kind of share with our viewers kind of what you're going to be teaching? You'll be working with both tracks at the retreat on systems.
So we're going to go on a little journey together throughout the retreat, and we're going to start by identifying everybody's need within their own company. So I'm trying to keep it agnostic. I don't really want to have a situation where I'm telling people what systems theory is. I don't think that's going to benefit anybody. But everybody gets the opportunity to reflect on their own practice and their own company and what systems they might need to do some work on. And then we're going to guide everybody through the creating or the improvement or the implementing of a system.
Highly valuable. I'm excited.
For that. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We invite you to the retreat, of course, and you can find all of the information on wellnesscentercreators.com/retreats. You can always email directly at kendall@wellnesscentercreators.com. And you can find Anna and I on our podcast, the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. Thanks for being here, Anna.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you for tuning in to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. We hope you found this episode informative and valuable.
If you enjoyed the show, please consider subscribing and leaving a rating and review. Your support helps us reach more health and wellness professionals like you.
For additional resources, show notes, and more episodes, visit our website at wellnesscentercreators.com.
We'd love to connect with you and hear your thoughts, experiences, and questions. Feel free to reach out to us through our website or social media channels.
Once again, thank you for listening. We appreciate your dedication to providing exceptional patient care.
Join us next time as we continue exploring the world of wellness center creation. Until then, take care and keep making a difference.
Thanks for listening to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.